Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, last time we got together, we talked about right in front of you. Past is gone. Right in front of you. Your past is gone. And we talked about the future, the present moment, the thin present moment, and the past. And asked the question, is the past real? And we kind of came to the conclusion that the only place you can be, and I can be, is in the present moment. There's no other place we can be. So we went through a couple of steps there. I had a little diagram on my board, and recognizing that there's nothing physical, nothing real in the past. But what you do have there is a unreal, created memory of things that happened to you in your life. And if any of those things are unpleasant or uncomfortable for you, you can change them. Oh, that's an interesting thing. So that's basically what we did last time. We talk about a lot of different things on this channel, but they're all around the illusion that we are embedded in. And the fact that we don't see anything as it is. Now, most of our input information from the outside, or one thing it has to do, all of the information from the outside must come through our senses. And from that sensory information, we gather interpretations. We interpret the present moment and the outside environment through our past experiences. And our past experiences then determine what we're going to see in the present moment. So you don't see the present moment the way it is, the way the present moment presents itself to you. You see the present moment through your lens of the past, which is memories. So the present is determined by the past. If the present isn't comfortable for you and you want to change it, you got to heal your past. And basically that's what we talked about last time. So this time we're going to talk about, because seeing, the sense of seeing and vision, you think they're all tied up with the eyes. They are not. They're tied up with the mind and the central processor, which is your brain. And out of those processes, inside of you, develops the behavior that you have in the outside world. Very straightforward. So this week, we're going to talk about a surprising thing. Surprise! That's my dramatic input to what we're going to talk about. Surprise! What you see is what you get. And we're going to talk about the processes to have that happen. Now, so you are getting what you have because of how you're seeing on the inside. This is kind of turned around from normal manifesting, which you think you're getting something from the outside, and but you're creating it inside. And if you want to change what's outside of you, the outside world, which is your creation, you got to change something inside. So we pick sight or vision. Now, all your senses operate the same way. All your senses are like little black boxes, and they take in information from the outside and then convert it. Mystical. It's kind of mystical. Your senses convert, each one designed to get specific information. In other words, your visual information that you get is different than the information that your ears transmit to you, which is different information from touching, feeling, which is different information from tasting, and also different from smelling. So all your senses add a flavor, add a texture, add a feel for all of the different information that comes. And inside of you, you put all that different information together from the different senses and create one image. And so we're going to talk about how you create images on the inside from your thoughts. Thoughts create images. Your images transmit or project onto the outside world what you are going to see coming back to you. So these two are interrelated. We also talked about your two worlds, not last time, but a couple times before. Two worlds, your inside world, which you create, and your outside world, which you project from your inside creation onto the outside energy system. You see, nothing in the illusion is quite what you think it is. So in a moment, we're going to look at that model and begin to recognize that you are creating inside what you think you're getting from the outside. And if you want to change the outside, you got to change what you're doing inside. Don't look for the universe to give you anything when you are more than capable of making those changes. Begs the question, what is outside of you? What is, quote, the universe? That's an interesting discussion. We've already talked about that several times. We already talked about what's outside of you, and we're going to do it in this model a little bit differently. So stick around and we'll see how much fun we can have in a moment. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. On our board, I have our subject for today. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Now there's a tie-in here between manifesting, but we're not going to go too deep into that at this time. Again, we're dividing this presentation on the board into the inside of you, over here, and what is outside of you, over here on the board. So if you're new to this channel, I'm going to go through it a little bit. I have other videos on how each one of these are developed. I'll try to reference some of them. Outside of you is everything. Outside of you is infinite, as far as we know. It's also only energy. And it's basically information in an energetic form. So that's what's outside of you. Now inside of you, you have your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. You have life experiences that have come to you through this process. And therefore, life experiences is memories now. So all you have is memories inside of you relative to past experiences with life. Out of this, you create. So you're a creator. You're a creator of your world. And the palette that you use to mix your paints is your memories of the past. So you use your past as the medium for creating in the present. Between these two worlds is a gap. Now it's a fictitious gap, but it's one that we can recognize. Again, up here, I put a little guy looking into the gap because it is so fascinating. What bridges the gap between what's outside and what's inside are your five senses. So your five, and I call them black boxes. So I want you to think of your five senses. There is more input, but these are traditional five senses that take this outside energy, this undulating, moving energy, interfacing of many different fields of energy out here, and converting that information into electromagnetic and chemical information on the inside that our mechanism, which is mind-body, uses to create the world. That's what this little circle is, the world you have. Now, because in the egoic world, you believe your world is outside of you, the conscious mind the slow, conscious mind projects that onto the energy field, and you believe your inside creation is your outside world. Now, if you remember one of the other videos not too long ago called The Big Head, The Big Head, and I'll find that one somehow and reference it up here, of how you project out here based upon your belief system that you have inside. Because everything is out here. And you got to think about this. Everything is out here in this outside space. The good and the bad and the ugly. The beautiful, the sublime. The terrible. The gracious. The good. Everything is here. Now, the question should really be raised in your mind, why do I create the world that I have when all of this energy is available to me? The short answer is your belief system. How you interpreted the experiences in your life determine what you're going to see, hear, and believe. This is your outside world. But it's in here. So now, that's the simple part of this. Just to be able to recognize that you're creating it, and you are cherry picking the information out here to match your belief system in here. Isn't that interesting? But now I want to carry this a little bit further. As you look at me through the video, you're not seeing me. Now, I want to say that again before I go on. You are not seeing me. You are seeing an interpretation of me based upon your past experiences. You're not seeing me. I don't sound like what you think I sound like. I don't look like what you think I look like in here. So when you see, in the Course they call it your brother. So when you see your brother or another person, you're not seeing them. You are seeing your unique interpretation based upon your past experiences and memories. Oh, you won't believe it. You'll say, no, I'm seeing with my eyes. I'm seeing. The eye does not see objects. The ears hear no sound from the outside. They feel energy. Your ears, your eardrums vibrate, and it's just vibration. And they move those three little bones in your ear, and then they move into the cochlea, and they move into all of those vibrational strands that are hanging down, and that information is sent through the central nervous system and the mind, because that's where your subconscious information is, to the brain, and that trio creates your world. So you're the creator. So now let's get back to looking at me. Now everything is out here, including me. I'm outside of you. And everybody's outside of you. Everything is outside of you. There are no objects here, just energy. Your objects you have in your world are interpretations that you have in here, and cherry pick and put them out here for you. So now you may notice this little diagram down here. This little diagram down here represents me or any other person. We're energy systems. We radiate energy. Your senses are not they're not designed to pick up that very fine energy. So they're picking up gross aspects of that energy. And that's what you're doing here to create your image of me. So what is this part? Now this is me, this is my energy system, as you have an energy system. And what makes that energy radiate? We have another video on that too. But inside of you is a force so magnificent that it could light up everything. But you can't see it because you are filtering it out based upon your belief system. But we all have that. It's called life force, or your original self, or your soul, or whatever background experience you have. So you never see that, but that is what's radiating. And we put all of these clothes on and they look very nice. But we are much more than we think we are. So this is what I want you to get. First of all, you're seeing through your mind. You're not seeing through your senses. And when I say visual, I'm talking all your senses. They all function and give an overall energy system in here that you filter and create your world with. And now, since you're watching this video, I'm part of your world. I don't know it because I don't know you directly. And you don't know me because you never see me. Oh, I did another video called, Can You See This Cup? Which was taken from the Course. And in a minute, I want to bring up something else. But you see, your thoughts make images. Your thoughts make images. Now, you can only think from within your belief system. You can't think thoughts outside of your belief system. You can't bring them in that way. You got to slowly grow to get more information, change your belief system so that you can see a different world. So the world you got is based upon your life experiences. And so you see me not as I am, but as you are. I say you, your significant other, if they're sitting next to you, are seeing a different me too. So now you're seeing me differently. The other person is seeing me differently. And I see myself through my own experiences differently. Each one of us is a unique world in themselves. You see through your mind. You take the information in through your senses, but you don't use it all or directly. You use it after you filter it through your past. And that information then, different from what's out here and your senses are giving you, different information is going to create a unique world in here that in no way represents what's out here. But you will believe it does. So when a person comes up to you and smiles, because I'm smiling, and you say, oh, well, I know all about this person because I know all about old people and bald men and guys that wear vests, and reminds me of Kierkegaard. I think he was a Danish theologian. And what he said is, once you name me, once you create me in here, you negate me. You negate me. Because you never see me. You see your interpretation of me. What you see through images based upon your belief system and your thought process, what you see, now what the eyes see, the eyes don't see anything except energy. You create all the objects inside of you. What you see through this process is what you'll get. You see it in here, you project it out here, and this is what you get. And you'll think, oh, this is out here. This is really out here. And not recognize you're creating it and having it out here. Now, I'll put that video on about, I think I have two of them. I'll see which one I can find, on the big head. Because your belief system will absolutely cherry pick the information to match your belief system. Why? If you can't find evidence out here of what you believe in here, got to change your belief system. That's the way it is. So this is a lot to think about. But again, what you see through your mind's eye, through your belief system, through your creation on the inside, is what you're going to get out here. Is what you're going to get out here. You have to. And so that's why manifesting comes in. They say, well, everything is out here. All I got to do is entice the universe to give me that. Give it to me inside. Doesn't do that. You are getting the world you have because of this and your belief system. If you want something else, change your belief system. Don't try to change this outside is an effect. What you're getting in your life out here is an effect of what you're doing in here. Now don't play with the effect, which is outside of you, which you created. Change how you create it inside. How do you do that? Change your belief system. How do you change your belief system? The belief system is formed around past memories. Heal your past. You can't change the past because there is no past except your memories. So when you heal your memories, you change the present moment. Oh, there's much to talk about here in the illusion. And it's a very deep well. Part of it is because of our egoic programming of what this outside energy system is and how you operate in it. But ancient wisdom recognizes there's nothing out here but energy. And you are creating for you the only universe there is. And you're doing it. If you want another universe, you got to change. If you don't like what you think is out here, you got to change. Oh, I don't want to change. I want them to change. So I don't have to change. Oh, very common in therapy. Yeah, you go into therapy and they say, what do you want? Are you happy or sad or whatever? You say, well, I'm sad. Why are you sad? Well, it's because of what they're doing. And then I say, well, what do you want to change? Shock. Me? Oh no, I want to change them. Tell me how to change them. And then I would be okay. I would be perfect. You have to change to get a different world. That's where manifesting comes in. It doesn't come in from out here, getting something from out here. It comes from changing what you're doing it here. But it is so much easier to try to get something from out here. You're not going to get it until you change what's in here. World's funny. As you think about that, be good to yourself. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time we get together here in the illusion. Bye now. Again, I forgot to remind you to subscribe and hit the like button. Please do that if you are so inclined. Thank you.